Obviously, first off, thank you guys for being here. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Tiger fans. They showed up tonight, and that was fantastic. Just so proud to see the sea of blue up there, and it made a difference, man. Our players could feel it, sense it walking out the tunnel, coming back in at halftime after, throughout the game. So thank you to all our fans that made the effort and travels to get here. And happy, wonderful Thanksgiving to all our amazing fans throughout the country. We appreciate you guys and your support all year. Let's start by saying it's really, really hard to win back-to-back 10-win seasons, and so I am proud of that. Am I disappointed we're not playing the championship game next week? Absolutely, and that's our goal, and we didn't meet our goal, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm disappointed with what occurred. Our guys went out there and got a 10th win in the regular season. We're not done yet. First time in school history for that to be accomplished, and in this day and age in college football, it's really, really hard. It's already hard enough to go to bowl games as consistently as we have, but to go out there and to win another game and to beat 10 wins in the regular season, it's phenomenal. Excited to figure out what bowl game we got to go to, but we're going to enjoy this one. What a total group effort. You talk about Mario Anderson with 177 yards rushing and the ability to get his 8th 100-yard rushing game. Greg Duozier, 3 touchdowns, obviously showed up in a variety of different ways, whether it's running the ball or catching the ball in the backfield, or lining up as a wide receiver. You look at Cortland Marsh. Welcome back, Cortland, right? 2 forced fumbles. DK Ross with the interception. Seth Hennigan becoming the AAC all-time passing leader. When you talk about a game like this, it ultimately came down to owning the football and getting takeaways. We got 3 takeaways and we owned the football, and it led to an amazing win. And what I will say is I don't ever look at spreads, but someone told me the other day, hey, you're the biggest underdog in a conference game since 2013. And guess what? Our guys didn't give a damn. They went out there and played football, and quite frankly, they handled their business and came away with a very, very nice victory in a defining manner. So quite proud of them to go out there and do what they did against a great Tulane team. They won 17 straight conference games. We hadn't won here in a long time. To go out there and do what we did. So proud of the young men, the culture that they've helped build, and excited to see what the future holds.
Ryan, after the loss to UTSA, there were questions like, how would the locker room respond, for the rest of the year? And when you look at what you guys did, what does that say about the chemistry of this team?
It's everything, right, Frank? This day and age in college football, it's really, really hard to get your guys to continue to play. You can say, well, you got nothing to play for, right? You're out of the playoffs, probably not going to the conference championship. What the heck there's to play for? But if you see the way these young men work, if you see the way they believe and the way they fight every single day, the way they care about each other, it speaks volumes. And it's credit to all those guys, those seniors, the way they've created this culture, the leadership they've been able to create. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And it's an honor or pleasure every day to go to work with them, alongside them, because they believe. And guess what? All the success they've been able to have so far, it's well deserved by them.
And then Greg, this is the most touches he's gotten all season, especially coming back from injury. Just how did he come along after the injury to where you felt you could lean on him?
Yeah, I think you got to take what you get. A team that was trying to play some man coverage, let's get Greg matched up versus a linebacker. We kind of know the threat he is. Obviously, with Sutton Smith's injury, Greg's role grew, and then he got hurt in the Florida State game and out for an extended period of time. And just quite pleased. And he does a variety of different things. Obviously, he's got a unique skill set, and proud that he found a way.
How unusual is it to see one guy cause 2 turnovers after catches of like 50, 40-something and 50 yards? And how tremendous is that kind of, seeing it through to the end of the play and changing the game?
First, I was sick to my stomach when they called the ball, right? Don't give up the explosive pass play. But I think we talk about finding a way, right? It doesn't matter what it looks like if the fumble occurs on the 1-inch line, right? Finding a way to finish the play, finding a way to fight your tail off, and that's exactly what you want. Guys are not going to give up. Hey, maybe I didn't make the best defensive play initially, but I'm going to make up for it by the way I strike at the ball, the way I finish, going down to the ground, finding a way to get this ball out. And to me, that speaks volumes about the type of guys we have. Again, that they're willing to fight, finish, and do whatever it takes to get that ball away.
And the run defense really, it's been good all year, but this is a real test, right?
Yeah, you're facing arguably the best running back in the conference and one of the top in the country, right? He's going to be a first-round draft pick. And our defense went out there most of the game and stymied him versus one of the best offensive lines that we've seen in a long time. And look, credit to Tulane. There's a reason they get to play next week, and we don't. But I think we came and showed that we're capable of, and hopefully a force to be reckoned with for a long time. Yeah, now that we're doing this press conference outside and I'm wearing this short sleeve shirt and my legs are wet and cold and Frank's over here shivering, which is, and I thought he went to Indiana. I thought he was tougher than that, but I'll get him some gloves for his trip tomorrow. Yeah, man, look, I appreciate them doing the Gatorade bath wasn't necessary. But we talk about the relationships with the players all the time. And, I've been so fortunate to have such a great bond with some of these guys on this team. And, for them, they're sitting there saying, man, that was for you. Well, no, it wasn't. I mean, that was for the entire program, all 200 people in this organization. Even when there's doubters out there, obviously there's doubters going to this game, whether or not we would even hang, with the point spread and all that stuff. But, even all season, we faced adversity. But adversity is what allows you to grow. And on a day of like Thanksgiving, right, we talk about being grateful. And you talk about being thankful for all the things. Well, most people are going to tell you, hey, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my health, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to go play on national television. Well, I'm thankful for all the adversity that we faced all season, because that's made me the man I am today, the players the man they are every single day. And so that adversity, we're grateful for that on this day of giving thanks. And look, that Gatorade bath, long-winded answer. I'm cold right now, but man, I'll take 100 of them.
In the context of that adversity, you mentioned at the beginning, right? You go through the adversity, you do this against this team, which is going to play for the conference titles next week. How do you kind of think about that in the context of the season of the other games that didn't go?
Yeah, look, we didn't do what we were supposed to in 2 games, and I wish we could have them back, but that's college football, so I can't sit there and harp on them. We're going to learn from it. We're going to grow from it. Hopefully we did. I think you got to see the Memphis football team that we were capable of the last couple games. Hopefully we continue to parlay into a bowl victory. But that's what it is. It's about going out there and doing what you're capable of doing week in and week out. And I think that's part of it. Had the adversity hit and we kind of folded, then I wouldn't know what type of young men we have. But I never for once, Jonah, ever doubted the type of young men we have in that locker room and their willingness to fight.
You mentioned Seth earlier. We asked you about him all the time. He's broken a lot of records, but today obviously breaks another one. What does it mean that he was able to do that in not just Memphis, but the conference?
Yeah, I mean, every accolade, every positive thing I can say about a person, I would like to say about Seth Hennigan. Obviously a tremendous young man, a tremendous quarterback. He'll go down into history, not only at Memphis, but in the conference as one of the best to ever do it. And just so proud. This day and age, you want to talk about a young man that was loyal to a program and did what he did and battled his tail off. And obviously, like I'll tell him right now, it's never about the individual statistics. The wins are what's important. Hopefully fans will remember him from the last 2 seasons. It's always easy to talk about the first 2, but he grew and matured, and that's the nature of it with what you want with these quarterbacks, and obviously he'll be one of the greats.
You were told you got some new art ahead of the game. You might elaborate on what you got there?
So we talk about it all the time, right? And so if we can own the football, and I've got a flex over here, even though I'm cold, we talk about OTB, that means own the ball. All right, and that's part of it. If we own the ball, which we did, all right, we got a chance to win the game. If we TTB, we get takeaways. All right, we got a chance. We got 3 takeaways. We own the ball. So I'll sit up here and flex while I'm sitting here being cold, and that's what it's all about. And it led us to victory.
When did this go on?
I snuck out to Bourbon Street last night, and I said, "Let's do this thing." So
That was specific for this game.
they're specific. That tattoo them on my heart and soul.
Just last thing, I mean, this defense had given up 9 points combined in 3 games. So if ever like that 38-game, 20-point streak was going to stop, people might have thought it would have been this game. Instead, it's 450-something yards and 34 points. And balanced, right? Could you just kind of put that in perspective?
Well, I think that speaks to volumes, right? We want to talk about the running game. We want to talk about the quarterbacks, the things we're able to do. And I think that's what you want. How can you be an efficient offense? And that's what we've shown year after year, what we're capable of. And I think that's important because you see some of these teams that just go out there and they'll throw for 400 yards and rush for 10, right? Or rush for 400 and pass for 10. I think we're being able to show that we're balanced, and I think that speaks volumes to Tim Cramsey, our offensive coordinator, the rest of the offensive staff, all those, and the players, that we're well balanced. And that's how I always want to do it, because you don't want to rely just on one thing the entire time. You want to be able to do it consistently over and over and over. And to do what we did with the 20-point streak, I mean, we still got one more game, so knock on wood that we can continue to do that and a win. But yeah, there's a lot of people probably thought that streak would end tonight, but it didn't.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.